So the new M2 Apple iPad Pro has just been released. Instead of having an actual event this year, Apple have just dropped a press release online, which you can see on their YouTube channel and across their social media presence. And it features a product showcase video of the new iPad base model and the M2 iPad Pro. Now, if you look at the video, it looks like Apple have released this incredible product with so much features added to it, so much more functionality, and an incredibly powerful M2 chip. But when you actually look into it and actually look into the differences from the features from last year, there's not actually that much that's changed. There's only about 4 or 5 differences in the actual product. So is it worth buying the new iPad M2 Pro? No, absolutely not. And let me tell you why. If you watch Apple's new showcase video of their M2 iPad Pro, it tells you that it can now record in 4K at 30 frames per second in ProRes. You can record excellent film quality footage with it. But in reality, this is an old camera from the iPhone 12. And realistically, who is going to use an iPad to film footage? Most people will just use their phones, which will have a much better camera quality. The other thing that they say they feature is the Apple Pencil Hover. Well, that is a nice addition, I must admit, but it's old technology. Samsung have had it for a long time, so it's not really a new feature. The other thing is that in the iPad M2 Pro, they do not have the camera in the landscape position, and there was lots of talk about this being one of the biggest features it was going to have, because most people, when they're using the iPad for work or productivity, they have it in landscape mode on the Magic Keyboard, and so obviously you want the camera at the top, but it doesn't have that. It's actually the base iPad model that gets this. The new M2 iPad Pro doesn't get it. The camera position hasn't changed. If you look on their website, the new iPad Pro, you will see that it's still in that portrait position. So in reality, the only things that have changed are the fact that you can record in 4K at 30 frames per second. It's got a new M2 chip, and it's got new Bluetooth 5.3 upgrade, and obviously the Apple Pencil Hover. Those are the main upgrades. If you look at the 2021 version of the iPad Pro, the M1 chip is more than powerful enough for what you need. If you're going to be doing some casual gaming or some editing or some productivity on it, then that is more than enough, and the benchmarks on that are more than powerful enough to do what you need. Most people will just use an iPad for content watching or content consuming or watching films or stuff like that, or a little bit of productivity, a little bit of workflow. But most people don't use the iPad for really hardcore, intense productivity and workflow. And even if you was doing that, the iPad 2021 version is still more than capable, and it is overkill with the M1 chip for what you need it for. So although Apple claims that the M2 chip is 15% faster, it's not actually going to make a real world difference for what you're going to use it for. So if you want my opinion, yes, it's going to have the M2 iPad Pro is going to have upgraded cameras, the Apple Pencil Hover, and the new Bluetooth 5.3. And reality, is it worth upgrading? Not really, no. If you've got money to burn and you just want something shiny and new, then go ahead and buy it. But my opinion is that the best thing that you could possibly do is wait for the 25th of November, which is going to be Black Friday, and look out for the 2021 version of the M1 iPad Pro, because that pretty much has all the features of the new iPad. You'll still be able to get iOS 16 on it, which is a new software update, and it is pretty much the same model, just with some extremely minor updates. So if that's what you want to do, then I would wait till Black Friday, which is more than likely going to be the 25th of November, and look out for a deal on the 2021 version of the M1 iPad Pro. Do not waste your money on the M2. It's not really worth it unless you have an iPad that's years old and you want the best new shiny toy. But in reality, I would still wait to get the M1 iPad Pro on Black Friday, and that's probably going to be your best bet. So it's a quick video this on the iPad M2. I wouldn't waste your money on it, but let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.